Hello, welcome to Inner GPS Gurus. What are the challenges of communicating with people for work? How can you master it? When it comes to communicating with people for work, you find it not only challenging but also you find a certain kind of energetic blockage between you and the other person if the other person is not in a recipient mode, even though you try to communicate whatever you want to convey to the other person. The first challenge which you face in a work environment when you need to communicate or delegate a certain work to the other person, you experience ego clashes between you and the other person. This is because you and the other person has a separate identity, and that identity has become so strong and a kind of air has been developed in that person and you, which does not want to exchange any kind of experience from work or any other thing. The feeling of superiority or inferiority either in you or the other person is the reason you cannot communicate properly and your work is not done in the way you want it to get it done. Likewise, when you are delegated certain work from your superiors, if your superior in the post is not communicating well with you, is in a dominating role or action, you feel the same kind of resistance to work for him or her when you experience it with your subordinates or those who are in lower posts or grades than you. Not only you find it challenging to delegate the work, you also find it difficult to convey your message by being present fully with that person, because all the time there is a resistance from that other person to listen to you, and when the person is not listening to you, you cannot expect the other person to deliver what you expect him or her to do after the work is done. So this is a great challenge for you. Likewise, when you are a professional working for yourself and you have to deal with clients, you do not find the client in a receiving mode. Again, the problem of ego clash comes here. You must understand the fact that everyone in this world is a dominant mind, an ego, a false image, or a separation has happened in everyone due to the mind, and that mind wants to be treated superior to someone all the time. Being a professional, if this is your challenge, then you must learn to overcome this challenge through some secrets of communication so that you can get the things done. You cannot be in constant stress all the time because other people are not listening to you. In this way, you will not grow in your professional field, and that will tell upon your health in your personal life as well. Not only in your professional field, you need to communicate for work in your day-to-day life. For example, if you want to delegate a work which is connected with doing some shopping for you by someone, you're paying the money to do that work, but along with that, how can you develop the feeling of doing that work gracefully in that person is an art. You can make people work for you through the art of communicating in a manner that the other person does not feel threatened or dominated by you with your tone, with your intention, and more important, your energy. If you have the energy of domination or controlling that person in a way that you are superior and that person is inferior, that person will energetically receive that energy. And that is why I experience many a times people cannot work together because of this problem. If you can connect to the consciousness of the other person, ignoring the mind completely, ignoring the superior and inferior concept of the mind, and connect energetically to the consciousness in him or her, you will find a drastic change in the way you work. You will be able to do more work, delegate more work, outsource many works which other people will be willingly doing for you. Most of the successful entrepreneurs know this art of delegating work to others, and that is why they grow in life and create more positive environment for themselves and their workers. Whoever they work with, they do not make them feel superior or inferior through their actions and the way they communicate. What you can do right now from where you are is start connecting to the energies of the other person without being too nice about it or too rude about it. You can be just practical, realistic while dealing with the grocery person who is selling groceries, or your driver, the liftman, or anyone whom you need to delegate work on everyday basis in your personal life and also in your professional life. Never treat any person superior or inferior than you. They may be superior or inferior in certain posts based on the type of organization you work, but they are not superior or inferior human beings. Start treating each individual as a human being and be practical in your approach, because in every situation there are three possibilities. One possibility is both the parties win. It is called win-win situation. The second situation is, or the second possibility is, you are winning and the other person is losing. It is win-lose possibility. The third possibility is, you are losing and the other person is winning. Only the first possibility of win-win will work brilliantly, practically in the real world. The second and the third possibility is not at all a good deal, and somehow you will feel it that the communication did not contribute much to you in that interaction or transactions. In order to master the art of communicating well for work, you need to work on yourself first. If you have certain limitations or you have certain kind of fear when you interact with people for work, you have to invest your time, money and energy in removing the blockages which is making you behave so. Are you suppressing something when the other person assign you some work, or when you delegate work to others? Are you aggressively imposing your energies on them? All these behavior patterns come from the space of energetic blockages which you are experiencing in your life, and that is reflected in your work field. Remember, the other person is not your dumping ground for emotional disturbances which you are facing. Everyone is living their energetic reality where each individual is going through the challenges of his or her life. You cannot show your emotional attacks on other people or the energetic attacks on other people by dominating them, by throwing tantrums or aggressively behaving with them, being angry at them. When you want to actually make a professional deal, in the end, it is you who is going to win or lose. If you learn how to communicate well with people without becoming personal with them, outsourcing work to other people will always help you focus more on your personal work which needs your attention and time. For example, if you are the CEO of a big company, you cannot do all the work all by yourself. You have to manage many people and also make them feel worthy of what they are doing. Then only they will work for you with their heart and soul. They will be energetically contributing to your creation only when they are happy people. There are many dimensions about communication, and communication is one of the most powerful skills which you can develop to grow in life, to grow in career, to work more meaningfully as a professional, and finally to create more wealth. If you want to learn how to communicate in a way to connect to the consciousness of the other person, to connect to the inner GPS of the other person, you can connect to me to learn this art, to learn this skill, and I will teach you how you as a consciousness, how you can connect to your inner GPS and get the signals to communicate with the other person by connecting to their inner GPS and their consciousness. For more insights and guidance, connect to me for personal coaching, where I will address your personal issues of failure in communication for work. Thank you so much for now. Have a great day.